Welcome back to the channel, folks. My name is Corky and today we are doing episode 6 in our tactics testing series. We are testing this with Man City, Birmingham City, Portsmouth and Rochdale, of course, as we have been doing throughout the series. So let's get a quick look at the tactic first. So as we can see from this tactic, it is what I would call a 4-5-1. You might prefer to call it a 4-3-3. It is with an attacking mentality. In possession, we are playing fairly wide. It's a standard width, really. We're going to pass in the space. We're going to play out from the back, focus to play through the middle of the park, obviously where we're most dominant in numbers, and we're going to overlap the fullbacks on the left and right. We're going to hit low crosses. We're going to work a ball into the box. We're also going to run at the defence. We're going to play a shorter passing style and a slightly higher tempo. In transition, we are going to counter press, counter attack, and our goalkeeper is going to distribute to centre backs. And out of possession, we're going to play with a high press, a high line. We're going to trigger press more often, and we're going to prevent short goalkeeper distribution as well. So looking at the player tactics themselves, we have a goalkeeper on defend duty. In both full-back positions, we have wing-backs on support duty. The only additional instructions are to sit narrower and aim their crosses towards the target forward. In at centre back, we have two ball playing defenders, both on defend duty, no additional instructions. Just in front of them, we have a deep line playmaker on defend duty, no additional instructions required. On the left hand side, we have an advanced playmaker with quite a few additional instructions, is on support duty. He's going to dribble more, roam from position, stay wider, tackle harder, and mark tighter. And on the right hand side, we have a Mezzala on attack, no additional instructions. On the flanks, we have two inside forwards, both on attack duty, both with the same instructions: shoot less often and stay wider. And up front, we have an advanced forward on attack duty, obviously, take more risks, shoot more often, tackle harder, and mark tighter. So that is the tactic. We will have a look at Man City first of all, and straight away, as you can see there, Haaland coming in with 76 goals. It's crazy the numbers that Haaland puts up in this game, certainly this year. A quick look at the competitions, and as we will see from the Premier League, which to me is the most important one, we finished in second place. Now Haaland has finished with 48 goals in the league this season, which is incredible. He's highest average rating, also had the most player of the match awards, and as you can see there, Bernardo Silva with 14 assists is the second highest in the assist rankings as well. A little bit disappointed, we lost 4 games. 2 of those games were to Brentford and Newcastle, who finished in 8th and 9th respectively. Liverpool have done a double over us with that very impressive 6-0 victory, it has to be said. A little disappointed with the results against Brentford and against Newcastle, and even turning both those defeats into draws. We lost by only a goal in each game. We could have had those extra 4 points, which would have given us the league title. But that's okay. We've still done very well. We finished in second place. We qualified for the Champions League, and that's okay. A quick look at the Community Shield, and we've lost that at the start of the season to Liverpool 2-1. So we don't have a great record against Liverpool this season. A quick look at the Carabao Cup, and again we've lost to Liverpool in that as well on an aggregate of 4-1. We lost 2-1 the first leg and 2-0 in the second leg. Liverpool did go into the final where they beat Spurs on penalties. A quick look then at the FA Cup, and we did make it to the final of this one. We didn't seem to play Liverpool along the way, but we did lose, somewhat surprisingly, I would say, to West Ham, and particularly 3-1. I feel it was maybe a little bit of an unjust scoreline, but we'll reserve judgment. A quick look then at the Champions League, and we've had a very disappointing campaign in the Champions League. We finished 3rd in the group. We actually lost to each of the teams on one occasion each. We did beat Benfica and Rangers, and we did draw with Leipzig, but it wasn't enough. We finished on 7 points. We're into the Europa League. Speaking of which, we have been successful in that. We have gone to the final. We have beat Betis 1-0. So overall, it has been relatively successful for Man City. Probably not the levels Man City expect, but we have won some silverware, which is a little bit pleasing. We've won the Community Shield, we've won the Europa League, we've been second place in the FA Cup and the league as well, and only then the Carabao Cup is the only one we didn't reach the final of. So that's how we look with Man City. Let's have a look at Birmingham in the Championship. And as we can see, straight off the bat, we have Troy Deeney coming in with 25 goals, which is very good for Troy Deeney in the Championship. A quick look at the data hub, which we didn't do with Man City, apologies, they're all very much the same. We are performing very well in the attacking positions, and we're performing below average in the defensive spaces as well, which is a little bit disappointing. We expect to defend better. A quick look at the competitions. We have Carabao Cup, we were knocked out in the third round. In the FA Cup, we were also knocked out in the third round. And in the Sky Bet Championship, we finished 9th in the league, which is okay. You know, we're expected to finish, I think it's around 17th or 18th. So we have made good progress there. We've finished on 69 points. It hasn't been as good as what we've done in previous tactics tests with Birmingham. We are only, maybe 6 points away from the playoffs places. We're 69, 75, yep. So some of these 15 defeats, I'm looking particularly at relegated Blackpool doing a double over us. If we had a beat down both times, we could have finished in 6th place. Currently, we have a better goal difference than Burnley. We ideally would have improved on that, and we would have finished in 6th. But it is what it is. It's still, you know, we've outperformed the expectations, so we've still done relatively well in that. Let's go to the Sky Bet League One, where we will look at Portsmouth. As we can see straight away, we have Ronan Curtis contributing with 10 goals. We did, of course, have Dane Scarlett on loan from Spurs, and as you can see, he's contributed with 33 goals in only 29 games. So very impressive from him. He's also contributed 2 assists as well, and scored 6 out of 7 penalties. A quick look again at the data hub. Very similar story again. We're performing well in the attacking spaces. We're below average in the defensive spaces, but that's okay. Yeah. It's fine. And looking at the competitions is, as you can see, the Papa John's Trophy. We've gone out in the Southern Section second round to Chelsea under-21s, which is a little bit underwhelming. I would expect a senior team to beat an under-21s team, but that also shows the strength of Chelsea's under-21s. In the Carabao Cup, we've gone out in the first round, and the FA Cup, we've gone out in the first round as well. But the League One table is the most important one, where we have finished in 2nd place. We've gained that automatic promotion up to the Championship, so I'm absolutely thrilled with that. We have finished there on 94 points. Dane Scarlett contributing 27 goals in the league, as we know. He has also finished with the highest average rating for the season, and Tom Lowry coming in with the joint most assists for the season as well. Having a look at the games we've lost, we've lost the league by only 2 points. Our goal difference is similar. We may have turned some of them draws into wins, or even some of those 1-goal defeats. Maybe we could have turned them. I'm looking particularly at Burton, who finished in 17th, and Wickham, who finished in 18th. Lost both those games 1-0. So winning one of them would have been enough for us to secure the league title. So it's been very, very good with Portsmouth. It's been very, very good for Man City. Not so good with Birmingham. Let's have a look at Rochdale in League 2. And as we can see from the team stats straight away, Liam Kelly coming in with 11 goals. Obviously, again, we had Scott Quigley on loan from Stockport. And as you can see, he's contributed only 18 goals in 38 games. Still an impressive return, so it is. So pleased with that. Similar story with the data hub. Performing above average in attack, performing below average in defence. I look at the competitions. Papa John's Trophy, we've gone out in the Northern Section. In the Carabao Cup, we've gone out in the 2nd round. Emirates Cup, FA Cup, we've gone out in the 1st round. And the League 2 table has been, again, a bit average. So it has. We are expected to finish bottom of the league and get relegated from League 1. But as you can see here, we finished in 14th, so we're more or less halfway stage there. As you can see, Tranmere finishing 2 points above us in 13th, and Sutton finishing 5 points above us in 12th. So those are the 2 halfway points. So we're only a few points away from that. So we'll be pretty pleased. There aren't many teams from this shortlist of games that we've lost that are below us. Only really Mansfield and Hartlepool. So there are obviously other games there. So maybe we could have turned some of them into wins, and we might have performed better. But that is it for this tactics test. As always, you can download from the link in the description below. Please do let us know how you are getting on with this test as well. We would love to know your results and your progress. That is it for now. We will catch you in the next episode. Until then, thank you and take care. Thank you for watching this video. We really hope you've enjoyed it. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button below and you will be notified when new videos are available. You can, of course, like, share and comment as well. In the meantime, you can catch one of these recommended videos appearing on screen, and we look forward to seeing you in the next one. Until then, thank you and take care.